Good night, everybody. I'm Kathleen Fraser. It's really a pleasure to be here tonight to just chat with you for a couple of minutes. Um, yeah, I am a night owl because I know a lot of people are in bed at this, time of night because it's after midnight here in the U.S. But welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to be having this time with you. And today, for a brief moment, I'm going to talk to you about motif, Motif, which is in the title. Yeah, so what a motif is a recurring idea, pattern, image, quote, something that is occurring over and over again in the story and is closely related to theme. However, theme is what is called a message, and it's like abstract idea. So an abstract idea is something that you can't touch, and you can't feel it. It's just in your head, right? But a motif is something that you can like see happening. You understand what I'm saying? It's like an idea. Someone, for example, let's say there's a character. Let's say you're reading a book or whatever, and every time the character is lying, she or he like tap his hand against the wall or tap his hand or her hand on an object, like every time he or she is telling a lie, they have that, quirk in their personality. They will tap something, the wall, the table, they have to tap something. So that's a recurring motif. That's a motif, which is a recurring something in the story. You kind of get what I'm saying? And some people, it's motif is really not even complicated. And when you look at, let's say you look at TV or you look at a movie, and every time something bad is going to happen, you hear the sound, a particular music sound or a particular note. That's also a motif because it's symbolizing something that's happening in the story. Let me see if I could think of a movie. And well, I know you guys have the picture, and usually when something, excuse me, trying to control this cough. Excuse me, guys. Like some movies, whenever somebody's about to die, you hear a particular sound, and every time you hear that sound, oh, someone's gonna die. And another section in the movie, you hear a certain love song, that means someone's like maybe about to, do. That's called motif. And let's say someone is repeating the same statement often in the story, that's also a motif. Like if the character keeps saying, I don't know what you're talking about. And then, another section of the story, they say, I don't know what you're talking about. And they say it in a particular moment when they're like, someone is like really trying to get them to tell the truth. Their thing is to say, I don't know what you're talking about whenever they're caught, whatever. Excuse me. Forgive Kathleen. It's so uncontrollable. I can't even control it when it happens. Yeah. Oh, I guess this cough is a motif, but what is it symbolizing? That I have a situation, because it's a recurring cough, right? It seems to happen a lot when I'm talking, to be quite honest with you. So when I talk, because usually I'm very silent to myself or whatever. But when I start talking, it's like something in my throat gets irritated, and then I start coughing. So I guess you could consider that to be a motif. So what is that symbolizing? What is that representing? That I have a situation in my throat. Okay. So yeah, ironically, and isn't that irony? All right. So it's very simple. So let's say now, parents, you know, your students are taking the English regions. They could actually look for the motifs in their work of literature, the recurring pattern that they see characters are doing, or whatever recurring object. You know, even seeing an object on the wall, that that is motif. So in certain scenes or whatever, for some reason, let's say you're looking at a movie, and in a certain scene you see the clock on the wall, and then they keep showing the clock like every now and then. So that is representing something in the story. So for the sake of, you know, let's say parents, your teenagers taking the regents, well, when they're reading whatever work of literature they're reading, and they see that this character constantly does a certain thing, or there's a certain situation that usually happens and whatnot, that they see in like both works of literature, and they could utilize that for their critical lens essay. I mean, that's a slam dunk, discussing motif on a critical lens essay. There are some literary devices that are very, very easy for your students to utilize when they're working on their critical lens essay. Motif is one of them, theme is another one, symbolism is another one. Let me see. What else might come in? Metaphor should be fairly easy, you know, saying something, comparing one thing to another directly. Um, so those it's really not complicated. Yeah, so motif, theme, metaphor, symbolism, even imagery. Imagery is another, in my opinion, significant literary device that really students could use in their critical lens essay. As a matter of fact, students shouldn't even like, if they take my advice, it's a slam dunk. They just have to structure the essay the right way, and that really shouldn't even be an issue, really. Because if you say like, oh, the motif in this book and that book supports the critical lens statement, and you just give examples of the motif in this work of literature and the other work of literature would support the critical lens essay. Not complicated at all. So motif is easy to use for the critical lens essay, symbolism, metaphor, and theme. And let's see, there's another one, but I can't think of it right now because, again, guys, it's really not complicated. If I had most of my students who like, all of my students passed the English regions. Some went from the 20s and 30s to the 80s and the 90s. That's some, and then most of them got 100. So I must have been doing something right. Okay, so I'm giving you good advice to give to your children that could help them out. Because I kind of, since I've been out of the business for a while, I kind of forgot. Wait a minute, I think the Regents is in January. Yeah, I think that's about the time that they take the English Regents, and then again in I think it's June. Yeah, because since I left teaching, I haven't been keeping up much with what is going on out there. Yeah, so that's my sharing for tonight. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me via this my channel and let me know. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can to bring what clarity. If you're still unclear about anything, I'm here for you because I'm treating you the way I would like to be treated by others. You know how sometimes you think you in life, a person think they really explain something so clearly and that is, easy to understand, and for some reason, that might not be the case for some folks, right? But anyway, this is a recording that you could play over and over again until you even I listen to stuff also on YouTube and other mediums, and the more I listen to it, because I listen to stuff over and over when I'm trying to learn something, and the more I listen to it, the more I learn something new. Because the first time I listen to it, I hear one thing, and then as I listen to it over and over and over again, I get more information, and it becomes even more clearer to me. So that's what I'm saying. The more you listen to something, the more clearer it becomes, right? So I'm not gonna stay on long, which I normally don't, because we had rehearsal, well, Thursday, because now it's Friday. We had rehearsal on Thursday. It was long, it was exciting, and I am beat, but I gotta stay up and do some more work because I gotta, like, do some editing on certain things. But anyway, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you care. Like, subscribe, share if you care. Oh, and visit my website for really, 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 really nice merch. I'm wearing one of my merch actually. Let me see if I can show it to you. This is one of my merch, and this is the play. This is the name of my play, Destiny in the Ground. Okay, by KF. That's my name. So this is one of my merch, right? And it's really good quality, very good quality, if I may say so myself. So thank you and have a pleasant, pleasant morning. Well, or whenever you listen to this, I hope and pray that your day goes well and everything that belongs to you is doing really, really well. And I wish you all the success in your life, and your family members. All right. So see you when I see you, and be blessed.